Hear me out. So today we're going to be ranking all original seasons of LEGO Ninjago. At number 7, I have to go with season 3 of LEGO Ninjago. Season 3, in my opinion, had the worst suits. I feel like it had the most tomfoolery happen as well. And I feel like this season really didn't flesh out Zane until the ending, just generally making him look like this worthless piece of scrap. But they then did give us the greatest sacrifice at the end, with Zane taking out a golden version of the Overlord. At number 6, I'm going to go with season 1 of LEGO Ninjago. Season 1 of LEGO Ninjago is obviously one of the best pieces of media, but I don't feel like it's the best. The suits were so fire in this season. Their relations being fleshed out is what built the whole series, and I feel like even meeting Lloyd is what set the whole tone of the series. At 5, I'm gonna have to go with Skybound. Skybound was generally such a great season. I feel like it was very entertaining to watch. We got to see a lot of their powers. We still got to get Ghost Cole, which means that Ninjago actually lingered on what happened in the last season. And even seeing the ninja played themselves into being caught, and even making the villains entertaining. 4 is honestly interchangeable. 5 though, and that is the Hands of Time. I feel like the Hands of Time gets a lot more hate than it actually needs. Hands of Time had a horrible script at certain points, I will admit that. But when it comes to the action and the story, generally some of the best is set up for the newer Ninjago to be done. I mean, Crux and the Crimes were actually really good villains. They were smart, calculated, powerful, and they controlled the most powerful element arguably, which is time. We got to see a lot of the elemental masters, especially in the past. Kai and Nia's parents were back. Wu's sacrifice, Lloyd finally being a master, none of the ninja going missing for once and actually all fighting together. I mean, this season literally had everything. Even Jay supercharging his copter to move at super speed and slow everything around him. This was peak media. At 3, I have to go with season 2. Season 2, when it comes to Golden Power Lloyd or Spin Jutsu Master Lloyd, is still one of the greatest things I've ever seen. The ninja suits were some of the best in this season. How you actually felt the weight of everything going on. And 2 was supposed to be the ending of Ninjago, and that's why it felt like that. Season 2 feels like a movie to me and will always be in my heart. Now, at 1st and 2nd place, I feel like it's pretty interchangeable, and that is season 4 and 5, meaning the Tournament of Elements and the season of Moro. And by the way, when it comes to intros, they're also number 1 in that. Ghost Whip is generally the best intro I've ever heard, followed by the Tournament Elements. Tournament Elements has some of the best media we've ever seen. We got some really great characters introduced like Griffin, Carlo, and Skylar. Some amazing fights like when Kai fought Shadow. Seeing the history of Garmadon and Chin, how they had these elementals hunt Nia down, even how Skylar betrayed Kai. Like everything in this season was perfect down to a T. And Ghost Whip is interchangeable because Moro was one of the best villains, if not the best villain of the series. Moro was powerful, calculated, had an amazing elemental power, and we see that Wu actually has history with him. And dropped one of the hardest quotes we ever heard, which is, "You can't save those who don't want to be saved." I love the weight of the season, and I love everything that happened. So those are my rankings on LEGO Ninjago, but I'd love for you to let me know down below what are yours.